can you do as a senator in DC? I know your website is jobsfororegonians.com. So as a senator in Washington, DC, what can you do to reverse Oregon's negative employment trends back home?
I think there's two levels of things I would say. One, very practical and short term, and that is to work hard to open up the resources of the state of Oregon. 53% of the state of Oregon is controlled by the federal government, and maybe 80% of the resources on those lands are inaccessible. Largely I'm talking about timber, but it also affects a lot of other resources in the communities that are served by those, or could be served by those resources. So I think in the short term, I would work very hard to open up access to resources on the public lands, and that's going to have a huge impact on the smaller communities in the state, some of which used to have 2 or 3 sawmills and have 0 sawmills today. That can have short-term impacts. The longer-term thing I think we need to focus on is fundamental tax and regulation reform, so that we get more certainty, so that we get regulations that are more reasonable and less available to special interests to manipulate the market economy, and get the tax system reformed in the long run. And in the short run, I think we ought to extend the tax cuts from 01 and 03, because I think the prospect of the increase of taxes on January 1 is part of what's holding down the economy today.